A man woke up and found himself lying in a huge room with nearly 500 people. Not only that, each person had a different number on their body. The man looked at the number 456 on himself, and realized that he was the last one to enter this place. At that moment, the man noticed an old man, whose number happened to be 1. From chatting with the old man, he learned that they were all brought here after being knocked unconscious. Just then, a group of people, in red clothes and masks walked in. When people claimed that what the other party was doing was illegal, the man in red directly stated everyone's financial situation. Turned out that all the people here were actually in heavy debt outside, and the man was no exception. The reason they came here was to change their fate against the odds. The man in red told them that as long as they participated in the game, they could get a bonus enough to change their fate. But there would be only one final winner, and the rest of the players would be eliminated in the game. After hearing this news, everyone fell silent. But what they didn't know was that although these games could bring them tens of billions of yuan, they could also cost them their lives. Turned out that as early as the day before, the man was an idle person. At home, he often secretly took his mother's pension to fool around, and even owed hundreds of millions of debts. Even his wife divorced him, and took their child abroad. When the man thought that he would spend his life in such a muddle, a strange man approached him. The man didn't want to pay attention to him at first, but then the man opened a box full of cash and wanted to play a game with him. He said that if the man beat him, he would give him 100,000 yuan, but if the man lost, he only needed to slap him. Seeing such a good deal, the man agreed. However, no matter how hard he hit the cards on the ground, the cards remained motionless. The man lost more than a dozen times in a row, and his face was almost swollen from the slaps. Fortunately, in the last round, the man finally knocked over the other party's card. He instantly wanted to vent his anger, but at this time, the other party took out 100,000 yuan, which instantly diffused his anger. Thinking of his old mother, who needed to be supported at home, he still accepted the 100,000 yuan. But just then, the strange man took out a card, and said that if he wanted to earn more money, he could call the number on the card. After saying that, he turned around and left. Hearing this, the man couldn't help but be moved. In the evening, thinking of his wife, who looked down on him, he also wanted to prove himself. So, he dialed the contact number on the card, and went to a street to wait for them. Soon, a van came here. After the man got on the bus, before he could ask about the destination, he was knocked unconscious. When he woke up again, he was already lying in this big room. Now he knew that everyone here was a participant in the game like him. Then everyone was taken to an open space, and there was a rotating robot in front of the open space. At this time, the radio sounded, and the manager told everyone that the first game they were playing now was red light, green light, which they all played when they were children. Everyone could move forward when the robot was shouting slogans, but when the robot turned around, everyone could not move at all, otherwise they would be regarded as eliminated. Those who ran to the front within the specified time would be considered winners. At this time, everyone didn't realize the seriousness of the matter, and thought it was just a simple game. However, when the game started, a man with yellow hair took the lead, and immediately ran to the front of the crowd. But after the robot finished shouting the slogan and turned around, he moved accidentally because of unstable center of gravity. In the next second, a gunshot rang out, and he fell to the ground. At this time, everyone didn't realize what had happened, but his friend behind him was shocked when he saw him spitting blood. The subconscious fear made him run back in a hurry, but this action was judged as a violator by the machine behind. Another gunshot rang out, and the man was instantly knocked down. At this time, everyone realized the seriousness of the matter. People began to run around in panic. However, it was because of their actions that gunshots kept ringing out that day. At this time, the man was too scared to move, and the doomsday of the game for them was about to come.